How's it going, guys? Excellent here, bringing you episode 4 of my Final Fantasy Let's Play. And this is actually attempt 2 of episode 4. The recording software I was using actually crashed right at the end, which is really frustrating. But basically, I'm going to go through now. I'm going to take you through the beginning bit, and then I'm gonna cut through to the end part, because I have a save that I was using. I have 2 saves just in case something like that does happen. I mean, it's still really frustrating. But basically, this one is simply going to be used for me to run through, get through the text that I had, like the text I'm about to get into with Quistis, and then I'll explain what I've been doing. Sorry, I just hit my mic. Yeah, I'll explain what I've been up to. Then I'll pause the game, pause the recording, jump to the further on state, at which point we're going to go into the fire cavern and go tackle this low level GF and go through it that way. So this is essentially just going to be a case of talking, going through a tutorial, me explaining what I've done between like the save at this point and the save at the next point, which I may actually do when I've got that other save, because I think that might be easier. I mean, I can have a look quickly at the stuff they've got. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, they're like really low levels. Like, Critical doesn't even have card yet, or T Magic Refine, or HP Junction. But essentially, after I've there'll be for you guys, it will just be a split second of a case of he's accelerate through time. But I'll have learnt HP Junction. I'll be midway through learning Vitality Junction. I've got card, and I have Lightning and Wind Magic refined from an item. Quetzalcoatl was also level 3 or 4, can't remember which one. It's not very high leveled. Quetzalcoatl was also junction to Quistis, actually. Sorry about that. I'm hoping that didn't catch me actually coughing up my lungs, because that'd be horrible for you guys to hear. Anyway, on to Shiva. Shiva has Ice Magic Refine learnt in the follow-on save. She has Strength. She does also, when you get, I'm fairly sure it's Ice Magic Refine, or is it Strength? It's when you've got one of them, Element Attack Junction becomes available, and I've then gone through and I've got that. But that takes 160 AP. Also, Quetzalcoatl has learnt card mod, which allows you to get items from cards. And yeah, I'll basically show you what that means in the next video. Well, in the next section of this video. Right, time to get through the talking part, which is incredibly dull. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, can't even talk. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation on junctioning a GF. Well, I already know how to do this, so I mean, I'm fairly sure I've explained it before. In fact, I definitely have. And their way of explaining it is just ridiculous. Everything okay up till now. You can always check back by accessing the tutorial from the menu. I actually thought that I remember there being more. Oh yeah, because in the last attempt I actually sat there and went through the entire of the tutorial with you guys. and then afterwards I realised that in an earlier video I'd actually explained how to junction GFs and magic in like one go, and yeah. Once we get to Fire Cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. You use the draw command during battle to stock magic from your enemies, stock enemies from your magic. That'd be an interesting one. Be sure to have some stocked, ready to go. The Fire Cavern for the test is located east of here. And I will leave. Alright, basically, all I did for like 2.5 hours off cam was go down to those beaches down there and fight some creatures, which I can't be bothered doing. I can't even be bothered showing you what it looks like. In fact, I think I have a card here somewhere. I do. I basically went and fought them for 2.5 hours, because you get 2 of them every battle when you get 6 AP for winning. After you get card, you stop getting XP because you just turn them into cards. That's literally what you do. Right, I'm gonna pause the video now. I'm gonna jump through time. And then we'll catch up. I'll catch up with you guys on the other side. Because, yeah. Alright. Hello again, guys. I'm back again at the Fire Cavern on the save, which is further ahead. Okay, ability. Okay, as I said, critical learn lightning and wind, refine lightning and wind magic from an item. Fairly simple. Certain items you can use, turn it into thunder. I don't want to do that because I only have one of them. Whereas, if you use water and ice magic from an item, you can actually go down to fish fins and you get 20 water per item. Now, I actually have all of that. Both of those have 20. They have 100 each. They're maxed out. So I did that. Card mod. You go down to a card, and it tells you. Well, for this one, like 5 cards will turn into 1 water crystal. Now, I've looked at this before. Water crystals are actually exceptionally useful, because if you use the ice magic on them, 1 water crystal turns into 50 waters, which is an exceptional trade-off. Now, I'm going to go through the junctioning, just to make sure I've done it. Yeah, he has water junction on there, and he doesn't have blizzard junction on there yet, but that's what we're going to do, because we're in a Fire Cavern, and ice will do more damage to them, for some reason. I thought water would have. But anyway, now Quistis, I realised I forgot to do this last time round, can actually get a massive health boost. I say a massive health boost. It's a health boost of about 100. It's not worth it. Unless we actually tried sticking water on it, which then gives it 200 on top of that, which is pretty impressive. But there we go. Now she can't junction earth into either of these because the GF she has equipped doesn't have that ability. I've just basically briefly gone through that now, so I'm not doing that again. Sod off. Yeah. You know how to use your gunblade? Yeah, I already know. Right. I know for a fact we can get through this in under 10 minutes quite comfortably. Objective to... Sorry, let me go through this in my proper voice. Objective to obtain a low-level GF, a seed member must support. Are you ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready. Give it a go. I'm ready. I'm his support. Instructor number 14, Quistis Trippy. Select a time limit. Choose one suited to your abilities, challenging yet reasonable. Now, this is actually the first part of the test, well, seed test, which determines your seed rank. Now, the idea of this one is a judgment call. You want to get as close to 0 as possible. Like, the closer to 0 you get, the better mark you get. And then the better mark you get, like, the better chance you have of getting a decent grade in terms of seed. Your seed rank can be between 1 and 10, I think, initially, and then it goes up to 31? I think it goes to 31 and then A, if I remember rightly. But I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. So yeah, we're going to go for 10 minutes, and we're not going to mess around. We're going to run through, we're going to fight the stuff we have to, hopefully we won't get into too much fights. But, depending on how long it takes us to get to the GF spawner, my job is to support you in battle, everything else is up to you. Fine. Yeah, depending on how long it takes us to get to the GF spawn, will determine how long I basically just mill around for, because, to be honest, I want to get as close to 0 as possible. I know roughly how long it takes me to kill Ifrit, and I can do it in like 2 minutes. Which is actually quite impressive considering we're only like level 9. That's mostly because of Squall. Like, you use Squall with that attack, it does 165 damage. I think Ifrit only has about 1,000 health. I could be wrong about that. But when it gets to the point where we're about to kill, where we're going to get spawn Ifrit, if there's a large amount of time left, I will simply pause the video, run around a bit, and then unpause it and actually get to fight him. You know, boys often choke when I come on this test with them. I guess my charm makes them nervous. Really? Really? I'm just kidding. Trying to keep you relaxed, that's all. I'm sorry. We're in a fire cavern, we're surrounded by lava, we're on a very thin bridge, and you're trying to keep me calm? Thanks, I'm going to be on edge. I'm going to be like standing on a knife edge, thanks. So like I say, like, if it gets to the point where the video just like stops at like, say like 6 minutes or whatever, and then it starts up again, it's like 3. That's not like your video or anything, or your like, oh, shut up, Christus. Your, like, the YouTube glitching out on you. It's actually me that's done it. I've intentionally stopped the recording to basically kill time. And I'll leave myself like 4 minutes just to be safe on killing Ifrit. So, I mean, if there's only going to be about a minute or so, maybe 2, I'll just run around killing things on screen for you guys. I am actually new to this whole, like, facecam commentary sort of thing, so if I'm, like, not the most exciting person or anything like that, I'm sorry. I am, like, trying to be as in-depth with you guys as I can, like, interact as much as possible, but something that I'm going to have to get used to, like, talking to a camera is just a little bit odd for me. I mean, I'm a little bit of a strange person anyway, but who isn't these days? Really? I just go to a draw point and then I get in a battle. Ah, I have beard hair in my mouth. I might actually beard moustache hair. It's one of the two. Not that, like, this camera's actually showing off my moustache at all. It's showing off my beard fairly well, actually. Got quite a nice beard going on, but I do have a moustache there. It's just light, honestly. That's kind of like my soul patch. Like, to be fair, my soul patch, you wouldn't know whether it's a shadow or not. But that is actually hair, believe it or not. Ginger problems, am I right? I'm sure most of you don't actually know what that's like. Oh, I can actually... Oh, you know, I've never actually tried drawing from these guys. Sorry, that was a really weird way of saying that, but I had to burp at the same time. Sorry. Now these guys, if you attack them and you don't actually like kill them fast enough, they just big themselves up and then explode and kill you. It does a lot of damage. But when you've got Squall with ice damage on, he does like 93. He does over 300 damage a hit without me using trigger. So now what I'm gonna do for the Ifrit fight, or just before it, is I'm gonna make Squall weak. I'm gonna get his name down to yellow. I'll do it in this battle actually. And the reason I'm gonna do that is so that I can go in, cast Shiva, ice damage against a fire monster. Does a lot. I say a lot of damage. It doesn't do a huge amount actually. Attack Squall, and then I'm going to use Squall's limit break, which is eloquently named Renzo Kuken. And basically, what happens is a bar comes up along the bottom. There's a little section in the left-hand side, and stuff slides along. You have to hit the trigger at the right time as the things go into the little box on the left-hand side. And it comes up in the middle saying trigger. So you hit the trigger. And if you get them all, you get perfect. And basically every time you hit the trigger in the right time, he does more damage. I guess I was right. You and Cypher are in a class of your own. You both have amazing strength and potential. Cypher has nothing on me. Let's be serious. I'm a beast. Literally, just call me a god. I don't know what I can draw from these guys. I'm going to find out. I'm going to card you. No. Amazingly, they're fire monsters, and yet we can't draw fire. Go figure. I'm going to try and card one off the bat. No, I'm just going to try it. And basically, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to hit Squall with Quistis, because otherwise he'll die. If he hits himself... Wow. Well, we're going to go in, we're going to fight Ifrit, we're going to cast, I think, Quetzalcoatl with Quistis off the bat. I'm going to have to run from this, because I've only got 3.5 minutes to fight Ifrit. Also, I don't really want to... Oh, actually... That is literally a case of, because he's now going to be one hit away from being like downed, as it were, or like put into the weakened state. I've got 3.5 minutes to get through this entire fight. Now, I've skipped through that commentary. It's basically her going, "Are you ready?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, you seem confident enough." It's like, yeah, of course I'm confident enough. I'm going to win. Leave me alone. Basically, there's no point Quistis attacking because she's useless. If that hits Squall, I'm just going to use the limit break straight away. And here's his limit break. Oh wow, that was horrible. I got one hit. Rough Divide, which is his like additional thing, does more damage. It's quite powerful, actually. Damn. Wow. That is the fastest I've ever done that fight. It took me under a minute. Oh, wow. Now, I could just run through this bit, but the timer is still technically going down. And we'll get as close to the 0 mark as possible to get the highest mark. Now, G-Returner returns GS from being knocked out. And we've got Ifrit's card, which is quite useful for the card game. Because it's quite a powerful card, if I remember rightly. We get 20 AP, that's useful. And now we have Ifrit. It's quite a cool character. There isn't much time, but let me go over this real quickly. You got yourself a GF. If you junction that GF, you'll be able to use Element J ability. It basically means that we can put elements into the attack, and I'm fairly sure the Element J is the status-based one. And I'm not going to let her go through this because it's pointless. There's a lot of fire monsters, so junction Blizzard to your element to attack. Basically, just go through what I've been through. Hold on, let me just check this. He's a level 1. I feel sorry for him. But I'm going to give him to school. I'm going to give him to school, give Shiva to Quistis, and give Quetzalcoatl to school. The reason for that is because I want to boost school's health. Now, as you can see, that hasn't made a really big difference though. Although he now has the card ability, I don't know if I want to be using it at the moment. But we need to junction some magic onto here. And I think it's just going to be a case of picking one we have the most of, or the one that does the most. Oh, there we go. Wait, oh, Christ. Yeah, that'll do for the minute. Let me stick fire there, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, no, we'll leave it like that for the minute. Now, we do the same for Quistis. We'll go with Shiva. We'll junction water onto that. We'll put... Well, literally none of these do anything. So I'm basically just going to leave that blank. And then we're going to put Blizzard in there for the minute. I don't know why I did that. One thing I will do though, it's probably gonna seem a little bit odd. So I'm actually gonna give Squall all of the thunders. Now there is a reason for that. Squall now has 41 thunders. We need to get a few more, and I think the easiest way to do that is going to be like through card modding. But basically, like, I know what's coming up in the next stage. Having thunder in the attack ability is going to be exceptionally useful. So, I don't actually know how long I've been recording for. I'm not going to show off Ifrit in here. It's a little bit pointless. Basically, I'm just going to run back and go back to Barn Garden. I don't think there's too much in the way of like talking to be done once we get there, but this is essentially going to be the end of the video. I could actually just cut out this bit of me running all the way back, but you know what, I'm going to stay and I'm going to talk to you guys. I don't actually know what I'm going to talk to you guys about yet. I haven't quite decided. Oh my god, I can't wait to get that ability. Yeah, I'm sorry for the first episode as well, where like, the audio for the opening sequence just did not work at all. I don't know what happened. I did post a link in the description to what it should be, because it's a beautiful sequence. And as I said in the description, but I'll tell you in person, as it were, basically, if that happens again and I notice it, and I should notice it, because I tend to check through my videos before I upload them to make sure like they're suitable, I will make sure I put a link in the description to that cutscene, or like a video of that cutscene on YouTube, so you guys can go watch it in a cleaner version without laggy, glitchy music and stuff like that. So, again, I'm sorry about that, but that's going to have something to do with the fact that I'm not using the best laptop in the world. I'm using free software to record with, and I'm new to this, really. That's a monster we haven't actually seen yet. I see they patched that in Final Fantasy VII. If you ran, if you were being back attacked and you decided to run, I didn't give her any abilities. Nobody has card. Alright, I'm going to call cast Cure on myself. Basically, yeah. What was I saying? I don't even know anymore. Yeah. If you ran in Final Fantasy VII, actually turned you round permanently, it meant that you didn't get like back attack damaged. So they patched that for this game, which is a little bit upsetting if I'm honest. It's like they didn't trust us. I don't blame them actually. I wouldn't trust me either. I'm mental. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the series. I mean, I'm enjoying playing it. I mean, it's nice to like be playing it with a bit of an objective, which is the Let's Play. It's nice to actually be putting something out onto my YouTube channel for a change, instead of just leaving it there to put the occasional Call of Duty video. But as I said before, if there's anything you guys want to see me do, or don't want to see me doing that I am doing, please comment, talk to me, like interact, let me know. I mean, I'm only human. I'm playing through this my way, the way I would play through it, even if I wasn't like Let's Playing it, it's the way I would be doing this. So the fact that I've just got the additional fact that I've got to talk, and well, I don't have to. I'm choosing to. The fact that I'm talking to you guys, I mean, I'm trying to like do it so I'm talking to somebody sat next to me, sort of thing. I need feedback. I want feedback actually. Like, it'll be nice for me. Like, if you think I should like make my voice, like make the microphone volume higher, gain volume lower, gain volume higher, mic volume lower, whatever. I need this feedback, because otherwise I'm just going to keep doing it the same way. And if it's stuff that people don't want to watch, I'm not going to know unless people are telling me. It's just one of those things. Yeah. Let's see. I thought there was something else I needed to go over with you before you take the seed exam. Oh yes. Taking care of your GF. This is something you have to watch out for. No. Basically, that tutorial is just going to go through teaching you like how to set and things to learn and this, that and the other stuff which I've been through. It's now irrelevant. So, sorry if you want, like I say, even if you want me to go through tutorials like that, like on the screen, like actually go through them properly the way that the game does, tell me. I'm more than happy to sit there with it on screen prompting me to talk it, instead of just giving you my abbreviated rendition of it. Sometimes my version might actually be longer, though I doubt it. I mean, at the moment I'm now just running through, and I'm gonna go get changed. But instead of actually getting changed and continuing with the storyline, oh, that's a fun thing. Actually, it took me a while to learn that. If you go up to the sign and you select where you want to go, you don't actually have to run round to get to it. You can just go up and push like X or A, or I think it's X on the keyboard as well as the default, and it'll take you straight towards the entrance of it. It's a nifty little thing about that. Alright, so yep, that's it for this episode. I'm gonna save it and leave, stop recording and upload this. No, wrong ones. These are the ones where I've just been messing around with it. Save it there, and one there, in case something goes wrong again. Although now if somebody points something out I could have done, I'm gonna have to wait and go back through the entire thing. Oh well, that'll be worth it. Right, well, thank you for tuning in for this episode, and I will catch you next time.